Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've received a lot of requests for a yellow eyeshadow tutorial. I've been wanting to do one for a really long time, and I think Janice, you were like one of the first people to suggest it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, I don't know, a year and a half ago. I decided to finally do, it's not necessarily just a tutorial, I'm gonna talk to you about how to wear yellow eyeshadow, because it can be intimidating. And I've had a few people, I asked you guys if you wanted to see something like that, and a lot of people were like, yes, tell us how we can wear yellow eyeshadow. So today I'm going to be doing that. This is the look that I created. Yeah. All right, so if you want to see how to wear yellow eyeshadow, keep watching. All right, so when it comes to a yellow eyeshadow, I personally think that it's a statement. Like, yellow eyeshadow is a statement. The best thing to do is to go bright. Because when you go for a more muted yellow, typically the color is going to get a little bit more brown, and then you kind of run the risk of looking like you have an eye infection. So when it comes to yellow eyeshadow, I think you need to commit. You need to commit to yellow eyeshadow. If you're gonna do it, do it. Now, having said that, there are different bright yellow eyeshadows out there. I feel like I'm always harping on your undertone, but it's so important when it comes to choosing colors that are going to work with your skin. So I have a more warm undertone and overtone. I just have very warm skin. When it comes to yellows, I like to go for a more warm color. But if there's a little bit too much orange in it, especially if you're cool toned, it can start to look a little sick. If you are more cool toned, you might want to go for like a more neon kind of yellow, so a little bit less warmth in it. And at the end of this video, I am going to be going through some of my favorite yellow eyeshadows so that you guys can get an idea of kind of the colors that I'm talking about and also palettes that are available to you. So there's a few different ways that you can wear yellow eyeshadow. If you are feeling very timid, if you're new to it and you kind of want to like experiment with pops of color, and I suggest this with a lot of different colors. If you're one of those neutral people and you want to experiment with color, but you're just like, I don't want to put it all over my lid. Totally understandable. I get it. You gotta ease your way into it. One of my favorite tricks is to place it in the very inner corner of the eye. So say you have a completely neutral eye, you just have like a little bit of a neutral color in your crease and a little bit on your lower lash line. Maybe you like mascara. That's pretty much it. If you're one of those kind of girls, just pop a little bit of it in your inner corner. I personally like a matte yellow shadow, even if it's in my inner corner. I don't know what it is. I feel like metallic or shimmery yellows just look more cheap or cheesy to me. I don't know why. No other color really gives me that impression. It's just metallic yellow, shimmery yellow. Not a big fan. So the first yellow that I'm going to use, I'm going to show you how it looks in your inner corner, just popping a little bit right in there. This is from the Morphe 35C palette. This is their like super colorful palette. It's really fantastic if you like are somebody that needs colors. Great palette. Super affordable. So this is a little bit more neutral of a yellow in my personal opinion. It doesn't run too cool, but it's also not too warm. It doesn't have like way too much orange in it or anything like that. It's very neon. I'm gonna be adding more yellow eyeshadow, so I don't have any eyeshadow on right now. Obviously you can kind of like see the concealer on my lids. So just imagine that I have like a little bit in my crease. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this. It's very pigmented on my Morphe Y22 brush. And I'm just going to pop this right in the inner corner. So right now we just have like a little bit of color. So cute. I'm starting off with a very small amount. So this is just like a little piece, just a little bit, just a little something. You know what I mean? It gives it like a little pop. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. Kind of intensify it a little. You see what I mean? Yellow eyeshadow is a statement. Like, you need to want to wear it. Now, if you just picture this with like a nude, with something neutral, like a neutral eye and a wing, super cute. I love it. I'm also going to show you what a shimmery one would look like in the inner corner just cause. So I'm going to go over that with this yellow shade from the NYX I Love You So MOCHI palette. This is the Electric Pastels one. They have one that's like a little bit more nude. So I'm gonna pick that up, same brush, and I'm just gonna pop it on top. So now we have like a little bit more of a highlight going. I just don't like shimmery yellows, that's all. But it just gives your eyes like a little bit of a pop. I'm also going to include a couple pictures of Linda Hallberg because she loves wearing like little pops of yellow in her inner corner. It looks so bomb. I know it's Linda Hallberg. We're not all artists like her, but she's a great person to check out. So this is your first option, to wear a neutral eye and just do like a little pop. I don't want to get into like eyeliners and stuff like that, but as far as pops of color go, it's really fun to wear like a kind of mod yellow liner in your inner waterline or doing a liquid liner. And just quickly, I want to mention a couple products that you can choose from. The NYX Vivid liners, they have a yellow one that's excellent and I wear it all the time. So if you're trying to go more like liners for little pops of color rather than eyeshadow, those are great options. Now, when it comes to wearing yellow eyeshadow all over your eyes, honestly, I don't think you need more than one, in my personal opinion. Anytime I've ever worn a bright yellow shadow, it's the only color that I use and I put it all over. Put it in the crease and then I put it on the lid. It's just a wash of color. That's all it is. But it creates this beautiful pop. And I think keeping it more simple, keeping it bright is the best thing to do. Because once you start deepening up your crease, you start introducing like maybe browns or something like that, it just kind of ends up going in a less neon direction and a more eye infection direction. Speaking of NYX, this is the In Your Element Fire palette. I love this yellow. This is a nice warm yellow. This is something that's going to look really good on me because it brings out that warmth in my skin. If you're very cool toned, you might want to stay away from this yellow. You can kind of see like, or hopefully you can see, this yellow is a little bit more cool toned. It's a little more neon. There's like slightly more green in it than the shade has like a little bit more orange. So to make sure that it is super bright, I'm going to prime my lids, but I'm going to be using the Fair Neutral Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is very light, and I'm just gonna pop a little bit on my lids and then blend that out. I just want to create like a really light base. Probably should have done this before I did my inner corner. And I'm just gonna be keeping this like on the lid because that's where I want the color to be the most neon. And then I'm going to be setting that with a very small amount of my Kat Von D Lock It setting powder. I don't like to use a lot because then sometimes it can be difficult for you to put down enough pigment. Pretty much the rule of thumb when it comes to makeup is to start off with a very light hand. I'm just setting that so that I don't get any creasing. Just like the smallest amount so that my eyeshadow isn't going to skip. Now I'm going to be grabbing my Morphe M433 brush right here. It's just a little, it's like a MAC 217, just a little blending brush. And I'm going to be picking up that yellow. How do I hold this? I'm gonna pick up that yellow. Now looking down, I'm just going to start placing this in my crease. So I'm just going to tackle this pretty much the way I would with any other eyeshadow. I'm gonna start off in my crease and make sure that I'm blending out. And the crease is where I want to do the most blending because I want the most intense pigment to be on the lid. And you can apply these rules to any color. You can apply this to green, to purple, to blue, but I understand that yellow is a very, very tricky color to wear. Once I have that down, I'm just going to start building up the pigment closer to the lid. So I'm going to kind of pat it along the lid up into the crease and then start blending. That looks so cute. All right, so now that we have the crease, I'm going to grab a flat brush. So I'm gonna use my City Color CCB 103 brush, and I'm just going to start placing this all over the lid. I would like to use my Sigma E54, but I can't find it. It covers more ground. So you're basically treating this as if it were any other eyeshadow look, you know, starting with your crease, then going into the lid, packing on the color. It's just all one color. See, to me, this kind of looks like a sunflower on my eyes, but if you're very cool toned and you go in with a shade that's this warm, you might end up looking like you're sick. So now for the lower lash line, I'm literally just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pick it up on my CCB 103 brush. I'm going to pack it along my lash line and then just blend it out. Same thing, just one color. Alright guys, that's it for the eyeshadow. Now, what I think really grounds this look and makes it not look completely crazy is lashes. That's very important. So you kind of get that like contrast. We're using a black. If you wanted to go in with like a wing or applying like a black mascara, it just really makes that yellow pop. And it also creates balance in the makeup look. So it makes it look more like a normal makeup look and less like you just put yellow all over your eyes. So now I'm just going to go in with a few coats of mascara and then top it off with lashes to finish off this look. Alright guys, so I just finished off the look by applying a little bit of the Bad Gal Bang mascara, and then I popped on some of the Luna Exo lashes. Oh, what style are these? These are in the style Aurora. Super pretty. I definitely think that mascara and lashes make a massive difference because it really does create that contrast. It makes the black of your eyelashes pop like crazy. If you're gonna go for yellow eyeshadow, don't not wear mascara. All right, so now I just wanna go through a couple of my favorite palettes for yellow eyeshadows if you don't really know where to begin. So obviously I love the NYX In Your Element Fire palette. This is the yellow that I am wearing all over my eyes right now. I love this palette. The yellow is fantastic. Everything is very pigmented. And this is a great warm yellow for warm skin tones. Again, if you're looking for a shimmery yellow or you're looking for any kind of like a pastel-y palette, this is the NYX I Love You So Mochi palette, Electric Pastels, and they are all shimmers. Keep that in mind. And again, we also talked about the Morphe 35C palette. This is a nice kind of neutral neon yellow. And then of course they have like a bunch of different bright colors. So this is a great palette just to have in my personal opinion. If you're looking for some more cool toned yellows, the Kat Von D Pastel Goth Oh my god, I just stabbed the purple. The Kat Von D Pastel Goth is also a really great palette. It's neon, it's like kind of a pastel, it's a little bit more soft, but you can see it's very cool toned compared to what I'm wearing. So the yellow that I have on my eyes is much more orange. So if you're afraid of it looking like too orange, I would go for this kind of a neon yellow. It's quite nice, quite nice. Also, I use this palette so much, so I just think everybody should have it anyway. A similar yellow is this one by NYX Cosmetics. This is one of their pressed pigments, I think. This is the shade Hot Yellow. So this is really great because you don't have to buy an entire palette. It's one shadow and it's NYX, so it's affordable. Another NYX shadow. This one is a little bit more warm. It's almost as warm as the one that I am wearing. This is STFU. That's the name of the shadow. It's one of their hot singles shadows. So this again is a single eyeshadow. You can just buy one if you're looking to experiment a little bit and you don't want to have to commit to an entire palette. And again, NYX, so it's affordable. If you're trying to go for a shimmery yellow, this one from Makeup Forever is bomb. I'm gonna swatch it for you just cause. But this is like, it's not a gold, it is a yellow shimmer, but it packs serious pigment and I have to dig it out of here to tell you what it is. Okay, and this is ME400. That is this shadow right here. Again, I'm not like the biggest fan of shimmery yellows. They just don't really appeal to me, but if you're looking for one, the Makeup Forever Artist shadows are bomb. Another one of my favorite yellows is from the NATASHA DENONA Sunset palette. This is just an excellent palette in general. I mean, all of the colors are so beautiful. And I love the shadow because it's a little bit more warm, but it's not as neon. It's a little bit more, I don't want to say muted because it's not, it's still like a beautiful yellow, but it's a little bit softer, the color, and it works really great as a transition shade for blending out a lot of these colors. So that's another option that you have, is to just kind of like use it lightly in the crease. Adds a little bit of warmth, a little more brightness to your overall eyeshadow look, but you're not going in with yellow directly. So that's another way to kind of like incorporate it without going too intense. Now, obviously NATASHA DENONA palettes are not cheap. Yeah, don't really know what to say about this. Super expensive, great shadows. And now I quickly just want to talk about the shadow right here. This is from the ANASTASIA Subculture palette. This is the color Edge. I personally love a pukey, yellowy green eyeshadow. I think they're amazing. But if you are really hesitant and you don't want to go for something that's going to make you look like you have conjunctivitis, you might want to avoid a shade like this. So you want it to be a little less muted, a little less green. Yeah. Stay away from the pukey colors if you're just starting out. I love them though. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you are trying to experiment with colors, especially with bright colors, try going into your inner corner first. That was one of my favorite things to do when I first started doing makeup. I would do a neutral eye, like a wing, and then a pop of like a teal blue in my inner corner. Loved it. It was amazing. And then I kind of like started experimenting with those colors in my waterline, and then it would be my whole lower lash line, and then I mean I just went crazy. So start off little by little, but if you are going to be going in with a shadow all over, I suggest using a bright shadow and just one. This basically looks like a sunflower. Like I feel like we're ready for summer. Quickly, I just want to say as far as lips, because it can be really difficult to pair a lip with yellow eyeshadow. If you are wearing like this look right here, nude glossy lip, perfect, love it, great for summer. But my other suggestion would be like super dark, so dark that you don't even know what color it is, almost black. That would be my other suggestion. Those are my two favorite lips to wear with a yellow eyeshadow like this. Because if you wear a red lip, like a warm red lip, you're just gonna look like McDonald's. It's not that cute. Blue or something more blue toned or purple can kind of like offset the yellow in a weird way. You want to make sure that you're like picking the right shade. So like you're already wearing yellow eyeshadow, so I feel like you don't need to wear blue lipstick. I mean, you can, but yeah. And if you're really worried about it looking crazy, just make sure that you're keeping the rest of your makeup soft. You have to create balance. It's all about balance and blending. Balance and blending, most important. All right guys, again, thank you. I didn't say it. All right guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that it helped you. Hopefully you guys can get like a little bit of confidence. Rock a little yellow eyeshadow if you do. And you post pictures, please tag me so that I can see. We need to get ready for summer together. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading. Apparently, it doesn't matter that you're subscribed to me. YouTube hasn't been telling people that I've been uploading. As always, all the social channels are linked down below. If you have suggestions for any future videos, let me know in the comments, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.